So today we're going to talk about Big Brother, the television programme, and how it came to be on television and what it represents and how it got to where it is now. I'm going to talk about how it's expanded and franchised to other countries and where it came from. So we've been doing some research into it and we're just going to have a discussion on what we found, really.
Yeah. What do you think about Big Brother? What do you think about the purpose? What do you think the purpose of the show is? Do you think it's right, what they're doing?
I think in a way it's a good concept. I mean, it all started from George Orwell's 1984 and the idea that everyone is under complete surveillance by the authorities through television screens, and people are constantly reminded by Big Brother is watching you. So it's the truth of the propaganda system in the state in terms of that. So they've sort of took that concept and thought, how can we make this into an entertainment show? And then they've got volunteers in loads of different personalities and basically just shoved them under one roof and said, argue.
Yeah, I think from a sociological or demographic perspective, the Big Brother franchise allows the opportunity for analysis of how people react under surveillance and what they're like in confined spaces. So they're out of their comfort zone sort of. Since they hold different opinions, each of the contestant has their own opinions and perspectives on life. So.
Yeah, well, they're all different personalities, aren't they? So that's what the whole casting of it is. Well, I imagine it's quite a long process to get through because they do screen tests and auditions and put people with people and do group exercises, don't they? So they want people that are going to clash, people that might fancy each other, that have an attraction, because they feel in a way, it's allowing people, an audience to people watch, and there's a sort of escapism there in the
Well, what do you think about the people that go in to the programme? Do you think they're just doing it for the money, or do you reckon they actually want to be there under surveillance?
I think some people will do it just for like you said, an analysis of themselves, figure out who they are, what sort of person they become when they're under pressure and they're with people that they don't like and they're demanding atmosphere. Some people simply just want to do it for fame and fortune and money.
Do you think the Big Brother is of a higher power, sort of a god sort of image that they have to look up to?
You mean you mean the name Big Brother?
Yeah, the voice.
I think in 1984 it's more Big Brother is watching you. I don't know why they call it Big Brother. I imagine it's just the term big sort of means obviously a huge amount of. I don't know. I don't really know that. So I can't really. What do you think? Do you think that's?
I think this sort of it's a voice. They have to keep being reminded.
Yeah.
Why they're there and what they're doing.
Do you think they ever forget that they've been watched?
I'm not sure. Do you reckon it's a sort of dream world?
I don't know. I don't think I could imagine living in one place for such an amount of time. But people seem to like it, the audience. I think, was it the first ever series? I think there was 5.7 million watching it on the first night. So do you think it's progressed from the beginning? Because I mean, there's 12 series.
No, I think it's gone downhill. I think the amount of viewers, it just gets less and less each year. I think the same concept isn't being adapted. They're not making it any better.
No.
What do you think about Celebrity Big Brother?
I think there's more publicity and more advertising for Celebrity Big Brother, because if you think of the different types of people that go on, it's going to be if a politician goes in, a singer goes in, a TV presenter goes in. The TV presenter's going to be when they're on, they're going to be advertised to the TV audience. The politician's going to be advertised to their audience. So it's more people will tend to watch Celebrity Big Brother just because they're followers of that particular person. Whereas if you go in and you're not a celebrity, you might not necessarily.
Do you think people go in to get the fame? So they're recognised afterwards?
You mean celebrity? Celebrity though?
For normal Big Brother?
I'd say, like I said before, I think some people will do. I think celebrities probably go in just to, well, probably just to get more contracts
famous.
and more like
Jedward.
Yeah, well, I think Jedward are a perfect example because they had loads of fans and they brought the audience and the viewing figures up loads.
Yeah,
but I know when Jade Goody was in it, that year was probably the most popular year. And then from that, because even though she didn't win it, she ended up going back into Celebrity Big Brother. So it does show in a way that you can become a celebrity, but it depends what.
Oh. What about viewing figures? Have you gone over that?
Well, yeah, so I mean, like for the 5.7 million on the first year.
Yeah, we found out some advertisers as well, didn't we? It's in 2000, 2001, it was advertised by Southern Comfort. Just sort of a coincidence, because I think Debbie just sat with a drink of Southern Comfort watching a bit of Big Brother.
Well, I think that that's a good audience because everyone pretty much drinks. It's on at night or whatever. Audience. So and everyone likes Southern Comfort. I think when you go more towards like the O2 and Talk and Careful and Whereas, that's more family based show because I know quite a lot of my younger relatives have watched it before.
Yeah, I think it's like a background show as well because it's on for that long. People just have it on, like having tea or
watching Big Brother having tea. I mean, I think location-wise, where it's got to, I mean, there's been 263 winners.
The massive countries. There were like 50 countries.
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea was adapted by the Dutch guy. What's his name? John de Mol Polka Dots.
I don't know how to say his last name. So.
We'll just call him Mr. Polka Dot. He sort of came up with the idea of the version of Big Brother, and then that was broadcast in the Netherlands in 1999.
Yeah, so it was just franchised out to different countries.
It is massive, but I think Channel 4 got a bit
sick of it.
Well, 10 seasons is a lot to go.
I don't think they were making any money out of it. So.
Probably not. Well,
I don't know.
It's pretty shit. So. Yeah.
So we moved to Channel 5.
Yeah, which is probably a step down, but
yeah.
And Davina McCall is a better presenter and host than Brian Dylan. I think she holds an audience better.
Yeah.
I think overall the content of it, like what they do and how they get people to engage with each other, and the tasks is a good idea because it really does bring out people's personalities. The advertising of it and the publicity, I don't think it
doesn't do itself any favours, really, does it?
No, but I mean they all aim to win that prize money. I think when there's about 3 weeks left, don't they? Which I know. I think was it the last show, or when it was on Channel 5, they had to choose the last. I think there was 5 of them left.
Yeah, they had to choose between them, didn't they?
How much the amount that they got.
So I think they decided to pick names out of a hat to see who won. So it was divided by 30,000, 15,000, 4,000, just under 1,000 and £10.
If you had to pick, if there was 5 people, say 2 you really got on with, 1 you hated, and 1 was alright, where would you put yourself?
I still think I'd put names out of a hat there because it gives everyone an even chance, even if you don't like them.
Some people are more deserving. Like if I knew you and I thought I'm alright for money, but I know Jack's, he's just come out of university, he doesn't have a lot of money behind him. Yeah. I'd probably say I'd nominate you for 30 grand if you needed it more than other people.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are motivated by money there, so they wouldn't see the poorer people. They just go for the top amount.
I'm just trying to sound nice. I'm joking. I'd go for the I'd fuck you off. So yeah, overall, as a sort of program and the ideas behind it, the ideologies and the audience, how would you sum Big Brother up in?
Well, they've summed it up as the biggest and best reality TV show, but I don't really think it is, to be honest. I just think it's a bit boring now. Maybe in its time it was a good program, but now it's just it needs some new ideas.
I think it's quite rare for a book such a huge book to be taken not necessarily. I know they make films, but to be actually take the content and the theme of the book into a television program is quite interesting. I think that's why it was so popular to begin with, because it was unknown. There'd never been anything like it. But yeah, it sort of fizzled.
Like 10 seasons. It's like a film. You sort of get sick by like the third one, don't you?
Yeah.
It gets a bit boring.
Unless the Harry Potter films.
Yeah.
And then you just love them forever. Yeah.
Okay, so that's our analysis on Big Brother.
We think it's an average show, average to begin with, good concept at the beginning. Audience figures have plummeted, just probably because they pick worse and worse people, or people in society are just getting worse.
Yeah.
But then again, that's from what they see on TV and by seeing representations of people on television, like in Big Brother. People aspire to be like, well, celebrities that they shouldn't really be.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about now.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.